Hey, footy fans, welcome to Footy Fin. And we are finally in test week in terms of we're in to the week of the first test match between the Wallabies and the British and Irish Lions, which will happen in under 100 hours now here in Brisbane at Lang Park, aka Suncorp Stadium. And so much has been going on. I've been out of town, so been a bit quiet on here for a few days, but so much happening. And I've just read some very interesting news, but by way of background, we know that Joe Schmidt's preferred fly half, Noah Lolosio, who has never really cemented his spot in the gold number 10 jersey and was not taken to the last Rugby World Cup by Eddie Jones. He has been favoured by Joe Schmidt and started at 10 in, I believe, 12 out of 14 of the tests that Joe Schmidt's been Wallabies head coach for. He was injured against Fiji, has had neck surgery and is out for the Lions series. So this basically leaves options including young, inexperienced 22-year-old Tom Liner, who's never started a test, Ben Donaldson, who plays at 15 and 10, did play some games at the last Rugby World Cup and came off the bench to replace Lolosio against Fiji and did pretty well. Veteran 35-year-old James O'Connor, who actually started at 10 at in the three tests against the Lions in 2013, has been recalled into the Wallabies squad, which is a bit of an interesting one, although I don't think anyone would seriously ever start him at 10, given his age and what he's been doing over the last couple of seasons. He's been coming off the bench for the Crusaders. And then other names being thrown about like Bernard Foley, Tane Edmed. I even read Quade Cooper once, but I don't think anyone took that too seriously. He's well past his prime. Great player in his day. But look, there is, in what I'm about to announce, now my view is, incidentally, that I would prefer to start Ben Donaldson at 10. And then either Liner or O'Connor come off the bench for him. But I'm going to say that there seems to be, in what I'm about to announce, a bit of an air of history repeating itself, because 12 years ago, in the first test against the Lions, they brought in Wallabies debutant Christian Lealiafano to start his first test at number 12. And James O'Connor at that time was, I think, about 23. He wasn't playing his first test, but I believe he was starting at 10 for the first time for the Wallabies. So now I've just read on a fairly reputable source, a website called The Raw, an Australian sporting website, that Tom Liner is set, son of Michael Liner, is set to be announced to make his starting test debut in the first test against the British and Irish team this Saturday. 22-year-old, he's come off the bench in 3 tests last November, I believe. Might have been one Rugby Championship game in there as well. Never started a test, only 22 years old. If indeed this does happen, it's being said that Liner would be chosen. One key reason for his selection to start at 10 would be for his tactical kicking abilities. Obviously, this remains to be confirmed when Joe Schmidt announces his side on Thursday to face the Lions. But this would be a big call, and I think a bold call. He hasn't played for over a month since he got a head knock in a Super Rugby playoff match against the Crusaders. There's also talk, incidentally, that Schmidt's going to start Waratahs scrum half Jake Gordon at 9 rather than Liners Reds halves partner Tate McDermott. This also remains to be seen. I'm not sure that I'd agree with that. Anyway, let's see what happens. Very interesting call. It's not what I would do, but obviously Joe Schmidt's a lot more experienced at coaching rugby sides than I am. So let's see how it all pans out. But anyway, meanwhile, the British and Irish Lions are calling up a different player as replacement cover, almost a player a day, a squad of 44 now. It's getting a bit silly, I think. Anyhow, I've got to go and stick my head in a rolling ball. So until next time, enjoy the build-up to this first test. See ya.